Hey, what's going on? But once again, ladies and gentlemen, fanboys and fangirls, everyone else in between, NintendoSonyfanshow, over again, MannyTendoWolverine. Another wrestling interest on Shorts channel. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, be sure Brighteon, everywhere else around the other social media platforms you can think of. Before I get into this Xenoblade thing, I really want to talk about this beautiful Melia figurine that's going to be out for a while. Pre-order, probably another few more weeks or months. I'm going to get into this one first. This one and how Halo TV is going to be an official thing for Paramount TV. Because I think they made that up like 2 months ago, or a month or two ago. I don't know. Anyways, let's get in. Links to Switch Buzz down below if you want to like listen to the music yourself. This man, this is crazy, man. And I'm not a hardcore fan of Bethesda stuff, but I know some people out there are gonna like this. This one's from MannyTendoWolverine. Hopefully I'm saying that right. This is the company faces, and this is real sad stuff, man. For any Fallout fans, you're gonna be sad on this one. Says the company faces charge of deceit, including its rationist claim. Its game season pass, which could be delayed. Microsoft's ZeniMax takeover. Bethesda is facing clashes and lawsuit over the way it was handled in releasing DLC for Fallout 4. The lawsuit results in Fallout 4 Season Pass, which was announced September 2015, which $30 price tag later increased to $50. And promising access to the DLCs that was done before in the game's beats reported. Well, before I keep going, I know it's going to be like a Pokemon Direct thing, like I said in my Sony State of Play reaction earlier that I did. And you guys might see that tomorrow. You might see this one day after, who knows. However, in 2017, Bethesda created another creation club, which is described as a collection for all new content from both Fallout 4 and Skyrim. It says, quote, another quote, that was the content was created by an external partner from Bethesda Game Studios itself, and it isn't available for people who had a season pass. The attorneys of the class action lawsuit, Filipino Marciano and Thomas Gray from the X Law Group, argues that the content constitutes, if I'm saying that right, DLC and are players who purchased the season pass who should have been therefore have access to it. Okay. Lawsuit, which was filed in July 2019, encompasses a charge of including breach of contract that adjusts enrichment, neglecting, misrepresentation, deceit, fraud. Thus, his counsel, Margaret, hopefully I'm saying this right, Esquinant, denied the accusation. Lawsuit then could delay Microsoft's acquisitions of Bethesda's parent company, ZeniMax, which Marcino, if I'm saying that right, telling GamesBeat, what was this quote? What we're going to try and do is to go in and ask the judge to stop a sale between Microsoft and Bethesda to preserve the assets. It's known for the motion of preliminary injunction. Trial could be happening by 2022, which is next year. It's going to be a little while from now. And damages could be as high as $1.1 billion, I guess US dollars, and if you include the punitive damages. This quote, simply put, Bethesda is also on the season pass with understanding what is going on to the holders. Season pass and any all DLC content that is going to be created for the game Fallout to go on forward basis, Marciano said. Another quote, they released a limited amount of time for the DLC and released a second DLC wave, but decided to call a Little Creation Club and artificially removed the definition of the DLC. Meaning that it promises people in the onset, we will give you everything we made and then we will renegade. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Rearrange. Hopefully I'm saying that. I don't even know how to say that. Re-emerged. On that promise, and they did so for the benefits of determined that of the plaintiffs. So that's what they were. They did do something wrong. I can't even talk. I recorded it. I don't know why. They lied, so they took lots of money from the gamers, and they made more and more money. I guess, yeah. GamesIndustry.biz reached out to Bethesda for the comment. Yeah, so overall thoughts, views, and opinions. I don't know if they stopped millions upon millions of dollars. I know that dude Todd Howard's making a shitload of money like he usually was before. I wouldn't be surprised if he is. He may or may not get away with this, but That's another hardcore slap in the face for Fallout 76 fans. I mean, one thing they got is that cute little adorable funny little Pip-Boy and a bunch of little remakes of him too. So, Shack news again. I haven't read from them in a while. I was going to read something about GameStop. I think they were talking more about the whole thing that happened a couple of weeks ago with the whole like Reddit thing of Wall Street. Freaking debacle that happened was real crazy. This comes from TJ Denzer from Shack News. Halo TV series headed for Paramount streaming platforms. Yeah, before the beginning right now, I've never been a hardcore big fan of Halo, especially they slapped a lot of their Bungie and like Halo fanboys and fangirls that were real big in the game because the graphics looked like garbage, they said. And it did look like garbage. I just never cared about the gameplay. So, here we go. So it says it seems like every game was worth getting a tier V series for some kind of thing these days. Many of them are in development over to Netflix, and even right now. But there's a big fish headed for another video game streaming services. Pond. Halo TV series, which has always been in the works, in Showtime and in partnership with 343 Industries, apparently been locked down for exclusively for Viacom, CBS streaming services Paramount. The news of the Halo is exclusively towards Paramount was reported and exclusively on Deadline February 24, 2021, originally announced the reduction since 2018. The collaboration between Showtime and current Halo studios, 343 Industries, has seen somewhat of a setback due to convict pandemic scandal and shit. This is my personal opinion on real. You already know how I'm with that. The Halo TV series has found a home for its initial launch at the Viacom CBS with a deal between Showtime, Viacom CBS, and the Halo series will appear exclusively at the latter's Paramount Service Plus services, and announces an unexpected window of Q1 2022. Starring Pablo, hopefully I'm saying it right, Schreiber. The Halo TV series will take viewers back to the start of the Halo universe, kicking off a war between humans and aliens, Covenant forces, and a story meant to carry them all an action, adventure, and drama found in the narrative games. This quote delivers a Viescral, hopefully I'm saying it right, Viescral excitement playing of the game, along with much of the deeper emotional experiences around Spartans, human beings who got their humanity chemically and genetically altered. That sounds like some 1984 George Orwell bouquet shit. Well, let's continue. CBS Chief Creator Officer and Showtime Network Chairman CEO David Nevins, hopefully I'm saying it right, said they're writing the series. This quote, the story is about reclaiming what makes humans them human, and therefore it's a very powerful story. The Q1, hopefully I'm saying it right, Q1 is 2022 is a ways off. Also still have there's going to be Halo Infinite, hopefully in fall 2021. So looking forward ahead of the TV series launch. As we work our way through the series, stay tuned for more details on the Halo upcoming series in Paramount TV Plus. Yeah, I have more thoughts and opinions. I'm going to give a rat ass about this. I know some of you guys are probably big into Halo. Excited to talk about it. Man. And they end up making the games even worse than they already were for me, in my personal opinion. It might flop, who knows. And a lot of hardcore Halo fans, I grew up with this shit. I remember when I was, 11, 12, 13, when the first one came on the original Xbox before Xbox 360 was a thing way years before Xbox Series X and S. So I think some of my friends were big into it. Others, they really give rats ass about it like I didn't. Let's get into the last one, like I showed at the beginning. Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. Melia, figure available for pre-orders, comes from this guy from Twinfinite, Giuseppe Nielva. So, I know you guys are probably getting sick and tired of me talking about Xenoblade Chronicles, but I like this one. It's adorable. And I like these Hard 34 versions too. I know you saw one of this up here the other day. It's not there anymore, but it was there. It's a chick from Ratchet and Clank. We still haven't got her name here, the girl on backs. So it says today, Tokyo-based manufacturer Good Smile Company. I've heard of them a couple times before. Let's move on. When a brand of new figurines dedicated to Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, the figure portrays Melia. Hopefully I'm saying it right, Melia. Announced almost a year ago, she'll take a lot longer to actually get in the hands of the fans. The release window's in July 2022 in Japan. It's August. Oh, it's a surprise. Alright, yeah, so it's of course going to be a month before we get it in the United States. August in the West, 2022. Oh, it's next year, dang. You can find her at Good Smile in Japanese stores in North America, or at the North American one, priced for 20,000 yen, almost $200. Dang. It's a lot cheaper. Usually like $400, $500, $600. I don't know. I think it's something like 1,200 or something. It's crazy, man. So it says sculpture by Gerald, and her scale is 1/7. She's probably 275 mm in height. Below you can find an official description and a gallery of images of her. Of course, I'm not surprised. The Empress of the High Atrenia of her Enomine style of armor. The Nintendo Switch game Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition comes 1.7 scale. Melia Aquia in her Anemone style armor. Melia, Leah, how you say her name, has been recreated in a dynamic pose. The figure features a detailed paintwork to the true game's art style. Has also been working on for Melia's charm and her figure form. Be sure to add her to your cart list. Yeah, so this is what they talk about in the review. Yeah, overall thoughts, using opinions. There's so many of these already. There's millions of them. This is beyond Xenoblade, obviously. I found that she had an older sister too. That's pretty kick-ass. I never even played the second one. I played a little bit of the first. I forgot some of the females and dudes' names. Except for the Shulk dude, and that's it. That's all guys here for non-minor. Links to description box down below. Cartoon sign. Links to music too. Peace out once again, ladies and gentlemen. Fanboys and fangirls as always. Tacos and Ikikimoris. Soon I see you guys day of the network. Universe out there staying for your conscious channel, including video gamers, industry, anime news, internet news. Yeah, that's it. Take it easy. Peace out and my sauerkraut and reaction videos as well. I sound like sauerkraut, lazy mice, you awesome people on the flip side, and done. See ya!